I'm going to show you a diagram that helps explain the case against Josh Duggar. Now, this is a computer. This is the hard drive to your tower to your computer, and this is the actual hard drive itself. A lot of people are confused over, well, his wife had installed software on there so it would know if he was actually still cheating. And I'm not going to get into the politics of this, but they're playing you for a fool if you really believe what she had installed on that computer would show if he was actually accessing child pornography or if he had anything to do with it. You can get a middle school age student to be able to partition a hard drive like this, like he did. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to do it. This side of the hard drive, it's a physical hard drive. You get one half of it that only allows certain programs. The other half of it can do whatever it wants. You can make it have storage. You can save all your photos on one half of a hard drive, and all your videos and all your music and everything else on half of a hard drive. And then the other half of the hard drive is just to run programs. What she had installed on Josh Duggar's computer only alerted her on her cell phone or her PC if Josh Duggar actually accessed the sites that he had used in the past to cheat on her. It didn't look for any other internet access or anything else that he was doing. Both sides have internet access and can store photos and cookies and everything else. What's a cookie? A cookie is a temporary file. So when you go to Amazon to go type in your actual search history or something you were looking at earlier, it remembers who you are, and that's a cookie. It's a little tiny temporary file that remembers who you are, what you like to shop for. Like when you are on Facebook and you log on and it tells you, well, look, the last time she was here or he was here on this site, this is what they looked at. So they want to show you everything that you actually did last time you were there. Again, a cookie. Both sides again have internet access. On this side, to access the internet, this is the child pornography. That's the files, the videos that he accessed. And if you are out there right now in the world and you are condoning and you believe anything other than he is guilty, you're part of the problem. Because that file right there, those videos, a hardened, seasoned FBI agent and an agent from Homeland Security, HSI, the Enforcement Investigative side of Homeland Security, talked about that file and those videos. It's not just a normal video. Not that there's anything normal about child pornography videos. Ladies and gentlemen, those are snuff films. SNUFF. Google it. These are not your typical child pornography videos. Again, on a scale of 1 to 10, these videos and images that he downloaded to his work computer are a 40. If a scale of 1 to 10 being the normal pornography that someone who downloads child pornography and watches and interacts with, they're on a scale of 1 to 10. This is a 40. As the FBI agent and the agent from the HSI said, in their 40 years and 30 years of experience investigating child pornography and child abuse cases and everything else in their 30 years, This is the worst of the worst. He didn't just do it once. He downloaded and accessed information from those websites, not on 1 day, not on 2 days, not on 3 days, but several times over the course of a month. But 3 days in particular, he downloaded this stuff to his computer. To this work computer, he downloaded this stuff so he could share it and view it later on without having to be on the internet. Now, there's been a lot of information that's come out in the news in the last couple of days about Josh Duggar's attorneys filing to wanting to have the charges dismissed against him. It's just legal maneuvering. Their main issue is they say that the two Homeland Security directors who helped with this investigation were not properly appointed. Josh Duggar volunteered for the Republican Party, the caucus that actually helps move forward certain agendas within the Republican Party. They are a paid think tank and watchdog group. They also push the Republican agenda through politics. That is what I could give you the name and everything else, but you wouldn't understand it from the name. They purposely blocked Obama from actually appointing a Homeland Security director. They purposely blocked that because they knew it was in the last year of Obama's term. They said, no, you're not allowed to appoint anyone to the Supreme Court. You're not allowed to appoint anyone to the Homeland Security in your last year. And that is what they did. They purposely blocked anybody from being put in position to run Homeland Security. Look it up. I got better things to do with my time than to, blow smoke up your ass. They blocked it on purpose. And now, the same people who did that are now saying, you know what? You didn't properly appoint anybody to be in charge of Homeland Security. So throw this out. Throw this out and throw out all the other stuff that in any other case that you may have ongoing, or somebody may be awaiting trial on charges of abuse of children. Abuse of a child is the lowest of the low in my book and so many other people out there. I don't care who you are. If Josh Duggar was a Democrat and did the same shit, I would feel the same way about him. This is not right. This is disgusting shit. And excuse my language. But the next giant piece of shit is his dad. Again, Jim Bob. Jim Bob, I'm almost speechless when it comes to him. I cannot believe that he would, first off, defend his son for what he did to his own sisters. Those are your own children, you piece of shit. Defend him and say that Josh is sorry. There's no reason for him or anybody to look at his past experience as a reason why he should have a stronger sentence or a stiffer sentence, or be held away from his own children. He abused girls under the age of 12. These films, not a film, these films were all children under the age of 10. See a pattern here? Under the age of 12, under the age of 10. What's the age of his children? Let me see if I can remember this. Oh yeah, they're all under the age of 10. This is not right in so many different levels. Will the legal maneuvering from Josh Duggar's attorneys work? No. No, it won't. Just like they wanted to have the whole entire case thrown out because they learned that there were two FBI agents working undercover in another cell on another case, and they wanted them to give up the identity of those two undercover officers. And they said, well, it's information we need. We should be able to cross-examine them. No, that's not how it works. You don't get arrested for marijuana in Philadelphia and then be able to ask for all of the undercover agents across the United States that are not connected to your actual case. And those two officers are not connected to his case. But they wanted to have the case thrown out for that. And they lost on that. And they'll lose the next one. And the next one. And hopefully they put him away forever. He's only facing 20 years in prison for what he did. But when you abuse a child, you cause a lifetime of pain, suffering that is not needed. What about these children in these films? Every time somebody views that stuff, they're being abused again and again and again. Think about it. You have to look at the bigger picture when you're looking at shit like this. It's disgusting. And Josh Duggar, 19 Kids and Counting, co-star, is just as big of a piece of shit. Sorry again for my language, but it's the only thing that fits.